What's up, everyone? And for those who don't know, I'm DJ Tims here at Tims Nation. And thank you for stopping by to watch my battle report featuring Josh Minnick and Wesley Tinch at round one of the RGT tournament at the Shop Game Shop out in Vermillion, Ohio. This is the first time that I was able to go on site to record a game, let alone one in a tournament. So there was some time restraints and some small mistakes were made. With that being said, I wanted to keep the video in its full integrity and just kind of let you guys know what to watch out for so that hopefully you won't judge me too harshly. This is not the content that I would like to put on the channel in a sense. And the mistakes were very small and definitely a learning experience from them. The two mistakes were during the player intro. I accidentally had the microphone too close to my hand and caused a small scratching noise into it. I was able to edit the levels a little bit to try to remove it, but couldn't fully remove it. Second one is after the players describe their army, when we get to the deployment section, the audio levels seemed a little bit further away. I don't know if the microphones shut off for a second or what had occurred. I didn't catch it at the time of the recording. So those two small sections had rough audio. Otherwise, the rest of the battle report came through as I was hoping, as most of the audio comes through from my battle reports on the channel. Those two sections were a little rough. So hopefully they won't deter you guys from enjoying a really excellent game between two great players. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this video. Welcome back, all my 40K fanatics out here, and I'm live at the Shop Game Shop here in Vermillion, Ohio, filming round one of their RGT monthly tournament. Today I'm joined with Wesley Tinch and Josh Minnick to play round one of, what mission are we doing today?
We're doing mission 22, conversion.
We're going to be doing conversion, and we'll go over what the details are on that in a minute. First of all, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, and turn on the bell for notifications so you can see more videos like this and other 40K related content. Jump right into why you're here. Let's get over to the armies. Josh, why don't you tell us what you brought here today?
Since we're playing Arcs of Omen today, I brought 4 Demon Princes. I brought a Khorne Demon Prince with the Devastating Blow Warlight trait to ignore wound caps, feel no pains, and damage reduction. He also has Agrath, I butchered that name, but the King of Blades, relic weapon, so his damage is 4 on his attacks. The second Demon Prince I bought is a Demon Prince of Nurgle, using the Corruption relic to also ignore wound caps and have a 4 damage blade. The third Demon Prince I bought was a Tzeentch Demon Prince with the Warpfire Blade relic to also have a 4 damage blade. The fourth Demon Prince I bought is actually a combination Demon Prince and Herald. Celesk, the Slaanesh, I'd call it the party. I don't know. There are 2 characters riding on top of each other there. They're lovers, I believe, in the lore. I'm not a lore person, though. Next, we have 3 Demonette units, 2 Fiend units of 5, 3 Flamers of Tzeentch, and 3 Fleshhounds of Khorne.
Now, with your detachment today, do you get any army bonuses since you have all these different demons and all the different marks?
Because Arcs of Omen is very limiting, you only can take 1 detachment. We have to either take 1 god to get the Warp Storm effects of that god on your entire army, but I chose to play a decent list and have undivided Warp Storm only.
Okay, so no Warp Storm today?
No Warp Storm from Khorne, Tzeentch, Nurgle, or Slaanesh. Only the 6 undivided Warp Storms are available.
Got it. All right,
so I'm going to be playing my Carcharodon list, and so they're going to be a Raven Guard successor with the chapter traits of Whirlwind of Rage and Hungry for Battle. So I'm just going to kind of go down the list of what I have. Obviously, I'm using the Arcs of Omen with an elite compulsory choice. So again, going from the HQ down to heavy support, I'm going to start with Tiberos the Red Wake, the chapter master for Carcharodons. He gives a +1 strength aura along with the normal chapter master abilities that come with him. I've got a captain in Phobos armor with 2 warlord traits using the stratagem for master of the Trifold Path. So he's going to have Swift and Deadly and Rights of War, so giving advance and charge, while also giving OBSEC to any core infantry unit or character. He's also got the Box of Spiritum as a relic, so +3 inches to all of his auras. Then I have a librarian in Phobos armor with Hero of the Chapter stratagem, so that he can also take Lord of Deceit, with the 2 psychic powers of Shadow Step and Enveloping Darkness. Moving on to the troop choices, I've got 2 Incursor squads with Haywire Mines and an Infiltrator squad with the Helix Gauntlet, along with a heavy intercessor squad with the regular bolt rifles, the rapid fire ones, along with the heavy bolter. For my elite choices, I've got a 10-man Terminator squad with 8 Lightning Claws and 2 Thunderhammer and Storm Shields, one of which being the Sergeant. And then I've got a 5-man Terminator squad with Thunderhammers, Storm Shields, along with a Blade Guard veteran, just a 3-man squad, a 3-man Aggressor squad with the Bolt Storm Gauntlets and the Frag Grenade Launchers, along with another 5-man Terminator squad, not the Assault variant, so Cyclone Missile Launcher, Storm Bolters throughout, Power Fist, and the Power Sword on the Sergeant.
So being Carcharodon, what does that give you as far as like army traits?
So I'm a successor of Raven Guard, so I get like a lot of the Raven Guard stuff, but I chose the specific successor chapter tactics of Whirlwind of Rage and Hungry for Battle. So everyone gets +1 to advance and charge, and then everyone has to 6 explode when they are charged or they charge to generate additional hits.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Heavy support. Yeah.
Oh, your heavy support? Go ahead. Sorry.
You're good. So I got a 5-man Devastator squad with 4 grav cannons and a Storm Bolter on the Sergeant, a 5-man Eradicator squad, and I believe that is everything in this list.
Awesome. All right.
Oh,
so,
and the Apothecary.
oh, yeah.
Yes.
Don't forget the Apothecary.
Yeah, very important. He also has the hero of the chapter stratagem, giving him the Warlord trait Master of Ambush, which lets him and one other unit deploy 9 inches away from my opponent's deployment zone.
Is he a chief apothecary or just regular?
Just a regular, non-Primaris Apothecary.
Aw. All right. Now, Josh, why don't you talk about what mission we're playing today?
Arcs of Omen, Mission 22 Conversion. In this mission, leading from the front is in effect if your warlord is not on the battlefield or embarked within a transport. On a 1 to 3 every turn, you will not receive your command point. And otherwise, there's 5 objectives and hold 1, hold 2. If you control any no man's land objectives, you'll score 2 additional primary. If you hold your opponents, you'll score 4 additional primary. And if you do not hold your home objective, you will lose 1 primary.
Awesome. So we'll get things started by deciding who's going to be the attacker and defender. Gentlemen, roll your dice. Josh got a 1 and
Mess up dice.
Wesley's
I'm
got
going
a
to
1.
reroll. That's fine. Anytime a dice is like that for me, though, I will normally reroll.
Fair enough.
A 4.
And Josh, do you want to be the attacker or defender?
I will defend.
Sure. Defend? All right. We'll be back after these guys get their armies deployed. All right, and we're back. Both armies are deployed. Josh, talk to me a little bit about what you're setting up back here.
So everyone is respecting the Raven Guard's pregame redeploys and forward moves that they can just be in your line. Since I have fast movers, a lot of Slanesh units, and I have fast movement, I don't mind taking a turn back and taking the 4 on the second battle round to just make sure I don't get eviscerated by the melee of the Raven Guard.
Awesome. And now let's go over here to Wesley. Wesley and your Carcharodons.
Yeah.
Did I get it right that time?
Yeah, you did, actually.
Nice. So what do we got going on back here?
So I put a lot of things up front to kind of put a lot of pressure to, again, push him back. I've also got some units on almost each one of the objectives. That way, if I get turn 1, I can immediately start planting bombs for my secondary and start getting those points right off the bat.
Awesome. And you are fully deployed? Your entire army's on the field?
The only thing that's in reserve is the 5-man Terminator squad with the bolters.
Okay. And then Josh, you got some reserves?
Yeah, 1 unit of Flamers of Zinch, 1 unit of Cornhounds, and 1 unit of Demonettes, just to give a little variety and some respect for my table edge.
Awesome. So Wesley, you got some pregame moves
Yes.
that we're going to come back to in a second. But before you decide what you're going to do with any of that, we need to decide who's going first. Guys, do you have any preference on if you want to go first or
Both
second?
of us do.
Both of you want
Both of
first?
us want to go first.
Both of you want first turn? All right, let's do this.
Pay off the dice box. And that's 86, right?
Yep, that
Yep,
is
so
That
it
is-
doesn't matter what I roll.
And just to, I like to.
These dice,
Too bad it was
yes,
outside the dice
for the
box.
for the Carcharodons, we got Wesley's dice, these red ones, the 1, and then the shark symbol over here is a 6, and your blue dice are actually the other way, correct?
Yes, so the sharks on the blue dice are 1s. And as you mentioned, the red symbol on
The red symbol. The red ones have
the red
a.
ones have the.
Take a quick look at these. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the blue dice we're going to be looking at. This is a 1, and the 6 is right over there. All right, we'll come back after Wesley pre-moves. So Wesley finished his pre-game move. Talk to me a little bit about what's going on here.
Sure. So I moved the Terminators from my deployment zone to within his deployment zone with a combination of the Master of Ambush, while also using the stratagem for Infiltrate. So I got that forward push for that squad. I also moved the Apothecary up to hopefully keep them within that 3-inch, although that's kind of iffy depending on this advance roll that I'm going to have to make for him. The Captain also moved forward so that I can try and catch them within his 9-inch range to get the reroll 1s and advance and charge if I really need it or feel that I fail a 3-inch charge.
And then everyone else looks like they just kind of hung out back here, maybe shuffle a little bit.
Yep. So I still have 3 objectives that I'm going to automatically take turn 1, and I'm going to go ahead and plant my secondaries basically as soon as at the end of the movement phase.
And that's a good segue. Talking about secondaries, what are you looking
Yes.
to do for this game?
So I took the Raven Guard secondary, the Secure Sabotage, which allows me to plant a bomb on the objective. I can either decide to detonate it for about 3 mortal wounds on a roll of a 2+, or I can keep it for 3 victory points at the end of the game. The other secondaries I took was behind enemy lines, because it's not very difficult for me to get into the enemy lines.
Apparently, Terminator's right up in your face on 1. Ouch.
And then
On 0, yeah, on 0.
the other secondary I took was Oath of Moment, just because my goal is to kind of hold all these objectives, hold that center piece, and I don't plan on failing morale or falling back, so hopefully that pans out for me.
Awesome. Now, real quick, before we get your turn started, Josh, what were your secondaries for this matchup?
As a demon player, always reality rebels, psychic interrogation, and no prisoners because he gives up 15.
Awesome. All right, well, Wesley, you got a movement phase ahead of you. Let's get this game going on.
So let's ready for the 8 dice for the worst army mechanic in the game.
Yeah.
A chance to get your bonus. 8 warp storm rolls. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You got
Okay,
4,
4 warp storm points to use this battle round.
and that's off the 6s?
4 ups.
The 4 ups?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
All right, now we can move to Wesley's movement phase. Finishing up Wesley's movement phase, why don't you talk to me a little bit about what you're trying to do here?
Yep, I'm trying to get both of the Fiends Slanesh in combat like right away.
Right. So you're looking at a 4-inch charge over there?
Yep, a 4-inch charge, but I get +1 to my charge, so I just need anything but Snake Eyes.
Fatal last
Yeah.
word.
Or
Yeah, I'll risk it.
So I noticed a lot of your advances where you guys were tripping. 1-inch moves, 2-inch moves.
Yeah,
But
but
those
it's
didn't seem that really that important. They were kind of just guys in the backfield that you were shimmying around.
pretty much just getting them a little bit more spread out, so wherever the deep strikes come in, I have something to counter.
Right. And the observant eye might notice that there's a couple of little sharks hanging out on these objective markers. Want to tell us about those?
Yeah, so those are the bombs that I planted based on my secondary. So if Josh gets within on the objectives, I can choose to detonate it at the end of any morale phase, and on a 2+, just everything within that objective takes 3 mortal wounds.
Awesome. So you are going to be moving over to your psychic phase.
Yes.
What are we casting first?
I am going to do Shadow Step on Tiberos to get him to give the +1 strength to the Terminators, so that I'll be wounding the Fiends on 3s.
All right.
Cool. Got a range.
He's out of deny range. All
Yep.
right. Let's see what we got.
Sure. So I need a 7, and that's about right. And I'm not going to re-roll that.
Nope. Taking it as it is.
Yep.
All right. Any
Yep,
more
there's not-
casts for your psychic, or are we moving on to shooting?
Moving on to shooting.
All right. Where are we going first?
Done.
That was fantastic.
Final answer?
Final answer.
All
At
right.
the point-
Wesley casts fist.
Yep.
Now the moment of truth.
I just need a.
These guys. So you need a 4.
Once.
There's a 5.
There's
well,
a 5.
6.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
because
need
you
to
get
do it
+1?
Yep.
Okay. All right,
So-
go ahead. We'll come back after you get them moved and get some dice out. All right, so Terminators in combat against the Fiends. Did you multi-charge? So you're looking at
Yep.
both squads on that?
Yes.
Okay.
So I split an even 5 and 5.
How many attacks?
2,
It is 25 attacks going into the first squad of Lightning Claws. Rerolling 1, and then 6s will explode because of the chapter trait.
Against
That was a 1.
And now your strength. These are all Lightning Claws, you said?
Yep, so strength 4 on these guys.
Strength 4, toughness 4. All right.
And this is the reroll. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6s, looks like.
And the 6s explode.
Yep.
So we get 4 additional hits.
Nice.
No, No, this one was kind of a bad roll for
Yeah,
me.
there was not enough wounds to take them all out. That will be enough to hurt.
Yeah.
Owie.
And now you're looking for 4s again, but you get to reroll
Yes,
the fails.
because of lightning claws. Can't remember what the roll used. Shred used to be the roll way back in the day.
No, it's just
Yeah, I
lightning
think
claw
so.
rule.
Yep. I have no idea what that
let's be
was.
honest, that kind of lightning claw rule too.
Yeah, just the call it
Yeah.
special.
I miss my all my rolls with like Red Brethren and all of that stuff from 7th edition.
I miss
Oh, you got some pickups.
invisibility.
Yeah.
Who doesn't miss invisibility?
All right, these are all fails. Looks like these are all hits. So there's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17 wounds.
17 wounds. All right, go ahead and clear your dice out.
Yep. It might just be easier just to...
Yep. And then your demon save. What are you looking
In
for?
melee for Slash, you got a 5-up.
Yep.
So here's 5-ups on 17 dice.
Hey, some 5s.
Decent, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull the successes.
Okay. And
Yep.
now how many wounds? Your 4 wounds
4
apiece?
wounds each. I'm going to pull the successes first so I can see how many damage I take.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2.5 fiends will die.
2.5 fiends.
All time?
Yep. So if you're good.
Yep.
All right, moving on to you have more attacks into the other squad.
Yep. So 3 lightning claws and 2 hammers. So I'm going to start with the claws first.
And you also have rerolls in here too because you're the chapter master.
The captain, yes.
The captain.
Yeah, chapter master was the one I was trying to get over there.
Gotcha.
So it's an additional 3 hits there. So I need 4s to wound.
And rerolling again because lightning claws.
Yarr.
Yep.
You're doing 3s to hit, right?
Yeah, 3s to hit. Yep. No, I don't get my 2s.
Thank goodness.
If only.
Ooh.
All right, so there is 3, 6, 9, 12 wounds with just the claws.
Perfect. Here is 12 5-ups for me. Oh, okay.
Ooh. We got 2, 3.
Hey, there's 3. So 1, 2, and a damage on the 3rd one.
Oh, not too bad. Not
Better
too
roll than
bad.
last time. Less guys.
Right. And now you're moving on to you get some hammer time.
Yep. So I'll be hitting on 4s with these.
Damage
All right.
on this one.
Okay. So 4s. Okay, but I get no rerolls and 3 additionals.
And then your strength.
Wow.
Normal strength
So
8.
it just hits.
Yep. Yeah, those are hits.
Okay.
So 2s. There's 1. So that is 3, 6, 8.
Out of?
How many
total?
attacks?
Out of how many attacks?
7.
Yeah, okay. 5. Somebody spike it. Hey!
There you go.
I
4
mean,
fails. So kills the hurt one, kills another one, and hurts a new one.
Okay.
awesome. So cleaning up the charge step. How many? What did we lose over here? You got 1 fiend left of the orange squad.
4 of the ladies, snake ladies have died, my converted fiends, and 2 of the traditional fiends have died. So there's only 3 left.
Okay.
There was 3 there. Oops.
But then they did punch back for 2 Terminators themselves, right?
Yeah.
And leave a little bit of damage in the squad.
I still have my pylons to move, but that's it.
So-
Yeah.
It's just a 3-inch move.
Even with your negative morale buffs, it's not enough for the Terminators to possibly fail leadership. But you, however, do need a leadership on your guys.
Yes, the 2 fiends that have died here cannot fail since they're leadership 8.
Sorry.
But since there are so many there dead, I will have to roll.
Okay, so
Instead of rolling, though, I'm just going to pass.
you're just going to
My
auto
fiend is
pass.
important, yeah.
All right.
2 points.
Spending 2 command
Okay,
points
yep.
on it to auto pass. Okay, let's move to end of turn scoring. What do we got? Anything? You
You're-
did take a middle objective, so you will get the mission
Corrupt
tertiary.
ground, yeah, you get
Yeah,
2
you
points.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what are you looking at for your other secondaries?
Oath is end of battle round.
Yep. Oath is into battle
Behind
round.
enemy lines, you get 2.
Second or secure or sabotage is end of game, and 4 on the behind enemy lines.
Yep. 'Cause you have 2 units.
How
I
many
measured out
bombs
the
did you
above.
place for secure? 3?
3 so far, so I'm at least going to get 9 if I don't explode any of them. I haven't yet.
No, so 2. Oh, 3, yeah.
3. Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Josh and his demons are going to start their movement phase, and we'll be back after that.
So I'm going to fall back with the fiends. I don't need the warp storm for anything but movement this battle round, so I'm going to use 2 warp storm to ignore the penalties for this turn for my army.
Okay.
For any kind of movement penalties, so I can just ignore it.
So now, Wesley, how are you feeling about those Terminators over there? Do you think are they going to make it out this turn, or are they getting packed up for the next game?
I always have hope for them, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to make it.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough position with all the Demon Princes, especially with
the
Corn Prince over there.
Yeah.
One.
But you got a lot of you're in a solid position as far as the table is concerned. You're really covered. You have some guys back here to prevent Deep Strike. He has to stay out of 12 of those guys.
So those are the incursors. The ones to stay out of 12 of is the ones in that back table.
Oh, in the back table corner over there?
Oh,
Okay.
apparently one didn't move with the squad.
Oh, well, we'll get that fixed. But yeah, so you do have a lot of, I mean, going first, you were able to get a lot of table coverage, and putting those Terminators into him, it's really going to be something that he has to deal with now and has to dedicate some very strong resources. I mean, without Armor Contempt, you're still a 2-up, 4-up over there. So
for some of them, the Lightning Claws are a 2-up, 5-up. So depending on how desperate the situation is, I might switch to taking the damage on the Thunder or the Storm Shield. But it all just kind of depends on what's hitting me, how many wounds I get, and all of that.
Awesome. Well, we'll see how Josh reacts to that really hard-hitting Alpha Strike.
Let's see.
Josh's movement phase. What do you got? What are we looking at?
We took a hard left turn here. We're going to send some Demonettes off into the Terminator blob in the center to get a 5-inch charge to tie them up. I don't expect to kill many of them, 1 or 2, but I don't believe his attacks will kill all of them.
And just so you guys know, this terrain in the middle is breachable. And so he will be able to just run his infantry right through it.
The other thing I'm doing is setting up my Psychic Interrogate before I actually annihilate this character. And then a lot of redundancy here to make sure these Terminators go away and a setup for next turn to take his strike.
Right. Yeah, got to get him out
Start
there.
Psychic now.
And just in case any of you guys were wondering, the Shop Game Shop actually produces and paints all this terrain. If you guys are interested in getting a terrain set for your house, get in contact with them at the Shop Game Shop on their Facebook page. Josh, you said you're moving over to your Psychic phase.
Yeah.
What do we have going on first?
I'm going to start with Mental Interrogate first, since it's right here.
Mental Interrogate.
Looking at him funnily. Yeah. And your leadership is reduced by 1 right now, so I'll be able to get a command point easier.
Nice.
4 won't happen because they did change it to a 5, so I'll use my CP first, right off the bat.
I'm already liking these changes.
Yeah.
Roll dice.
It'll go off on a 7, and I'm just out of deny range. This will be measured prior.
Okay, so you're going to get the command points on that?
Because your leadership on the Apothecary is...
That is what I'm looking
We're to look up.
Okay, we're going to take a look to see if you can generate a command point, because if you roll over the leadership, then you get equal to.
Equal or over, yeah.
Equal to?
And currently it's -1 to the stat.
All right, and then Josh is going to do some other psychic powers, and we'll come back with the results. So after we check the leadership, the Apothecary was an 8, but he gets -1 from...
Demonic Aura, which every demon has.
And that brings him down to 7, so Josh will gain a command point for that Psychic Interrogation. And the rest of your guys, they're still waking up.
They basically failed half my powers this turn. I attempted a targeted spell called Bolt of Change to maybe assassinate his character there. Failed. I got a smite off, but it only did 1 damage to the Apothecary. I attempted a +1 attack, Exploding Sixes spell to bring the Demonettes up to 51 attacks. Failed. I then got a 6 and got them the 5-up Feel No Pain, Delightful Agony style.
But you did score points on a secondary.
Yep.
Now, unlike the Marines, we actually do have a shooting phase this time.
Oh, a lot of them.
So where are we going to first?
We're going to put this dog into the Apothecary because he has an automatic flamethrower breath.
All right.
1d6 shots. 2. Strength 4. 1 -1.
1 -1.
Damage 1.
Yep. So 4 up and 1 damage. You said?
Yeah.
Feel no pain.
Fantastic.
Good job.
I'm going to go to this next flamer unit now. We're going to throw the 1 into the captain that can see. The other 4 are going to go 3 into the Terminators, 1 into the character.
Ooh, okay. So which guy?
1 character, 3 Terminators.
All right. So which one are we going to do first?
Start the character in the cover there. +3 to the dice roll, so we have 8 shots.
And this is a strength of...
Strength 5. But they did advance, so they're going to be hitting on 4s now, not automatically hitting. But the Zinch Demon Prince will give them reroll 1s to hit. 4s to hit, rerolling 1s.
But wait, Flamers automatically hit.
No.
Why is that?
They're Strength 5, winning on 3s. Because of the balanced data slate, I still think they're the best unit in our book. 3 -2, 1 damage.
So -2. So like you said, I'm
Captain, yeah.
cover with Camel Cloak. So +2 save.
3 up save.
All right.
Good.
Cool. The one into the apothecary. We have 3, 4, 5 shots on 4s, rerolling 1s.
Ooh,
Sure.
Wow.
There you go.
I need that to wound. Wound roll on 3s because strength
Almost.
5. You have 2 wounds minus 2.
Okay.
All right.
So
Finish
I got
him.
5 up. Nope. Feel no pain. He has 1 wound left.
3 flamers into the Terminators. How many shots they get? So it's 9 plus 10, so 19.
Having not played against flamers, I feel like this is deserved.
Yeah, they're nasty still. So 4s reeling 1s. So I'm going to pull 2s and 3s out. And reroll my 1s. Nice. Pretty good hit roll.
Yeah.
Strength is 5
say.
here.
Yeah, so
I
they're
chose-
on toughness 4.
I chose not to take the +1 to wound spell this time, but we're just going for it. Any 3s? No rerolls. So currently looks like 5.
Okay.
Just
5 still
saves.
AP2.
Still
all the
AP2.
same jazz.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
so-
still from that one flamer unit. Still so much damage output. Go
So
ahead.
I'm putting it on the guy with 2 wounds left. Feel no pain. Nope, he's dead. And then I've got 3 left.
You can take cover saves now if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll put the cover saves on the 1 lightning claw. So
Minus 2. Go.
One guy's down to a wound.
5 flamers, I think. Number of shots.
We got the 5 flamers are going into the Terminators
Green squad, Terminators. Yep.
and leaving the apothecary alone for the time being.
So I can use them as a springboard. All right. So number of shots, 15 plus. So we have 20 total now. And God, math is hard. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 29 shots.
Math is even harder when you're being recorded. Truth be told, I'm not even like it really is. So we're looking at 21,
29.
29,
Yep, pretty low on the dice roll normally.
and that's all. That's the
All
5
flamers
mana
here.
of the
They will be
flamers.
reeling 1s
All
because they're
of
within 6 of the prince, and they did not advance. They're going to be on 3s to hit. Reeling 1s.
And the 2s are misses.
Yep, 2s are gone.
There's a lot over here.
Please.
You got 2 1s over there.
I'm going to pull these off over here. They're all going to miss besides 2.
All right.
And then we're going to roll these to wound
You're
roll.
looking for 5s now.
Strength is 5, minus 2, so we're going to be winning on 3s. The 2s are terrible, the 1s are terrible. We roll a lot of them.
All right.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 saves for me.
13 saves.
Minus 2. This is the wounds on this guy.
Well, then I'll owe you 1 more.
Yep.
So I'll do the 2 on the 1 guy first.
Yep.
So I need 3s. So he goes down another wound. So he's got 1 wound left.
No feel, no pain.
Oh yeah, no pain. Thank you.
Sorry.
I took the risk of keeping it around.
All right. So let's see. Good. Good. There's that fail. Nope. So he is dead. So then I've got 9 left.
You have 9 wounds on cover, so you can roll them all at once if you wanted to. Or you could do the claws.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put it on the hammer for the next one.
Okay.
So +1 to the save and cover. So 2 ups. Fantastic. Feel no pain. Nope. So he's got 2 wounds on him. So love the rolling 1 at a time.
All
So
right.
he's got
Tank the rest of it. Yep.
Nice. So you lost.
One last shooting thing to
Did
shoot.
you lose any guy?
2
You
last
lost a
things.
guy out of there?
2.
Yep.
1 guy down and 1 guy hurt.
Okay.
From a whole
And
5-man
where are we
flamer.
going for the last shooting.
So we've got 2 things left. We have Celeste's whip, and we have the flamers from the dog. Flamers from the dog are going to go in first.
So the puppy wasn't able to do damage, but Celeste was able to whip that last Terminator and get that wound off of him. And we're looking at charges. Josh, where are you going?
I don't know. First thing we're going to start with is Nurgle Demon Prince into the character next to the wall there.
So back after the charge phase, we got how many Terminators left alive in there?
5.
Those 5 Terminators got.
We have a lot into the Terminators to make sure they're gone. We have Celeste. We have the Khorne Demon Prince Warlord. We have 10 Demonettes and 5 dogs charge them.
That's going to be rough, but I think the guy who's going to have the worst day is this little captain back here.
He is tucked away. He's fighting a Demon Prince of Nurgle along with a 5-man Corn Dog unit.
Yeah, that's going to be a bad time. So those are all your charges. Which one are we?
Flames of Zinch also made a precarious charge to smack a apothecary to death.
So hopefully, if everything goes according, you're just going to clear your backfield out, clear your corner out, and start pushing
fresh.
across.
Yep.
All right, who are we attacking with first?
Let's make the debut of the new Corn Prince. 6.
All right.
Zeus.
I will say that extra attack makes it so much less corny.
So we missed 2. Your strength 9. I am, and then that is 6. Minus 3 damage for attacks, ignoring your feel no pain.
Damage 3.
Yep.
All right.
And no feel no pain.
And no feel no pain allowed. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw it on the 3 lightning claws over there first. So 1 will die.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Nice roll.
Yeah. And then, like I said, the other 2. So another 1 will die. And then
Good.
just
Just 2 models.
Wow.
And I have a claw. Hit roll. He's strength 8 with this claw because he's corn. So 1 wound roll at minus 1 damage 2.
Oh, okay.
2 damage it is.
You do not get feel no pains against that because it's his warlock trait. Yeah.
Got it.
But wait, there's more. What else?
That is 1 attack. We'll go with Celeste next.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. 6 attacks from the rider on top, the herald. All these are all damage 1. And strength is 4.
So
4s. Just 2 at minus 1 damage 1.
3 ups. 1 feel no pain. Right?
Cool.
Nope.
And then her Demon Prince buddy underneath, 8 attacks with his axe. 2s. No rerolls because characters. And strength is 7 on this, so it's a little weaker. Sorry. You've got 4. Minus 3, damage 3.
ooh.
All right. 5 up. 5 up. Out of feel no pain. And then you got him.
Okay. That'll let me use the demonettes and dogs to get free movement with.
So Mr. Apothecary bit the dust to the flamers in combat.
1, 2, 3.
As well as the captain back here got beat up by a demon prince. Cornhounds secured their position a little bit better on the objective marker. And over here, one of the other charges, forgot to mention, the 10-man demonette ran into the Terminators, and that was about it.
And they killed 1.
They killed 1, lost 9. So Josh made a kind of a gutsy play in here. He tried to he was able to pile in over to these Grav Devastators over here to try and tie both of them up, making it so that he couldn't shoot or would have fall back. But they were able to push back and take out quite a few of them, and then morale and then guys died. So moving to the end of the turn wrap up, Josh, what do you got for score on secondaries?
2 primary on holding a center objective out of no man's land. 3 on Reality Rebels because I have a unit within 6. More here and more equal here. And
more
then
here and more equal there of what?
Reality Rebels, it's table quarters or center of the table as well for 1 point apiece. And then for Psychic Interrogation, I got 3.
Off the Apothecary, that's no longer there. Awesome. And now for the Carcharodons, did you have an end of turn or end of battle round secondary you score? You do not score, or you didn't.
Oath of Moment.
Yeah, Oath of Moment. I got 1.4 because I don't have. You have a unit within 6 of the center.
Yeah,
so
that was another reason to keep them there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. All right, so now it's over the Carcharodons. We're gonna come back after he gets his guys all moved. So while Wesley's moving his army, you're able to get the Terminators out of there, which is definitely helpful. The Apothecary and the Captain down, so you cleared everything out of there so you can start scoring your demon-specific secondary. How do you feel pushing forward? That was you didn't get the center.
I'm going to be...
you did, but you didn't.
I got a point for the center, so that was nice. I'm going to be getting a lot of points on my secondaries, but my primaries are going to hurt, and I knew that going into this game. So it's going to be a very close game score-wise at the end.
So Wesley opened up this turn with only 8 on primary.
12.
He held 2.
He has OBSEC on that one as well.
He has OBSEC on this
3, yeah.
over here. Okay, so he was able to get nice. So he was able to get 12, and that does help out. But you kind of sniped him on those secondaries, especially by keeping that demonette alive in the middle.
Yep. It gave me a double. It gave me 3 different scoring. It gave me primary on the tertiary objective. It gave me 1 on reality rebels, and it stopped his Oath of Moments as well.
So it looks like even with that heavy Terminator hit early, it looks like you're still in a good position to push back and make this a game.
I'm all right.
Finishing the Carcharodons movement phase, and we brought a couple reserves in. Wesley, talk to me about what you got going on. What you're trying to pull here.
So I'm just trying to stay in his deployment zone to keep getting those extra points. I moved the infiltrators forward to try and keep him out of the center.
But wait, you don't have a unit on this back objective anymore.
So, because of the new update, all of my troops get the sticky objectives, so I still claim that back objective until he deep strikes something on it, of course.
For sure.
Yeah, of course.
That's amazing. So we brought some Terminators down over here. Now, they were not able to get as close because there's actually a Fiend right at the corner of that wall.
Yep.
To keep them out, but they're still going to get you some behind enemy lines points.
Yes. And hopefully I can charge and maybe kill that one little Fiend that survived.
All right, so you're going to be moving into your psychic phase here.
Yes.
What are we looking at?
I think like a cheap smite to get the Demonette off that objective completely.
And get your Terminators out of combat
right here?
without falling.
Yeah, a little bit.
That would be in deny then. Fair.
Okay.
Yeah, not really.
Stay back.
I'll smite her.
All right. So Librarian didn't have a really good psychic phase, wasn't able to get rid of the Demonette, and failed the Shadow Step. So we're going to move over to the Aggressors and throw a bucket of dice over here. What's your targeting looking like?
So I'm going to see how many Demonettes I can pick off, and then try and use the grab cannons to pick off either some, probably Demonettes, because I don't like the Flamer saves.
All right, Josh, did you have any response to his targeting? All right, so let's see what these Aggressors can do.
All right, so I need 3s.
And 3s.
Rerolling 1s. Sadly, I don't get like exploding 6s or anything on shooting.
Nothing fun over here.
No.
By the way, what doctrine are you currently in?
I am in the Tactical Doctrine, and that's pretty much where I'm going to stay for the rest of the game.
Okay.
Because the only benefit I get is +1 to hit and wound characters from now on.
Did you start the game in the Tactical Doctrine, or you had to start heavy?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're allowed to stay there now.
Yes, yeah, that one I remember seeing. So now you're going to be staying in the Tactical Doctrine for the rest of the game.
You'll see Iron Hand players with heavy doctrine shirts on.
What doctrine am I in? Just point.
So there's 8.
Perfect. I'll get 4-ups against shooting.
Okay, and then I got my assault or frag.
I'm losing
launchers.
1, 2, 3 girls.
All right. So
10
number of
models, you get
shots.
min 3, right?
And this is more Aggressors.
Are they blast?
That's a good question. I haven't used these guys in so long. So 3s.
Turn into 12 shots because the Frag Storm Cannon does have blast.
So all of these hit.
3s.
Yep.
Anyway, I started blasting.
All right, so there is 7 more.
7 more.
Plus the number of Nurgle. 4s. I'll lose 2 more.
All right, that's not bad.
5 dead.
5.
So the Grab Cannon Devastators were able to put 1 wound on the Flamers, didn't finish off the Demonettes after the Aggressors dropped them down to 2. It looked
5.
dropped them down to 2, but 2. Dropped them down to 5. I apologize. There's a couple guys hanging out here in the corner.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So we are done with shooting. We're moving over to assault. Do you have any charges you want to attempt?
Yeah, I think I'm going to charge in the the Terminators and the Aggressors, and possibly the I might keep the Incursors out.
So
Smart.
the Terminators are looking at a long 9.
Plus 1.
Yeah, so an 8.
Ooh. We're going to
Just
do
go
that
for the
first?
Fiend, right?
Yeah, just the Fiend.
Do it.
All right, let's see it.
All right.
I'm so happy.
No, I do have 1 CP. I might as well. No, I'll keep it.
You're going
That's
to keep
more
it? All
important
right.
charge, I believe.
So the
Yeah.
Terminators fail.
So what's it to the into the wall here?
Who are we looking at?
5, so 4.
Something like that. Yeah, Aggressors
Sure.
into the Flesh Hounds.
And they're going
Is
to
a
make it
9.
down to 9.
So a
Awesome.
good reason to charge Flesh Hounds from a demon side of it is they
Yeah.
only get their 2 damage attacks when they charge.
Gotcha.
So now it's the time.
All right.
All right.
So ending the Carcharodon turn, the Aggressors came through here and punched a hole in the wall and removed all of the corn dogs. Well, left one of them and he ran away for leadership, went to go find some more friends. The Demonettes back here did successfully pass their leadership. And
8 wounds.
the one lone demonette, she fought hard. She hit with almost all of her attacks, but in the end,
Wounded to 0.
it was hammer time. So we moved to the end of phase. What did you get for scoring?
So I planted another bomb on the center objective. Mostly I'm waiting to see what happens in this turn to see if I score anything for Oath the Moment. But I will get another 2 points for behind enemy lines for the Terminators coming in.
What about the mission primer?
I also get, 12 points for holding 3.
And then you got 2 points for the tertiary? Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Now, real quick, though, you did not, when you moved a unit that had objective secured onto that objective, took it, and that's what allowed you to plant the bomb there.
Yes, because I did control the objective when I started the action.
So we're going to be moving over to Josh's movement phase here real quick. So how do you feel that went for you? The shooting didn't push as much as you probably wanted it to into the flamers, and the demonettes are still around.
Yeah, but kind of having them makes me feel a little bit better that I'm not getting another 40 attacks in the face.
Okay, okay.
Granted, I know there's more coming in.
Yes, yeah, there's still a little bit of reserves to come, but you also still have a lot of units that are holding back that could pounce on him. I mean, we got these Blade Guard vets back here, another squad of Terminators in the middle, so you have a lot still at disposal.
Yes, and with it being the tactical doctrine, any characters that I get into combat with or just shoot at, I get +1 to hit and wound, which even makes like bolters dangerous towards the demon princes, which are toughness 7, I believe.
Tough 7 on, 6 on some, 7 on the normal one.
Okay, so I'll be wounding them on 4s.
I agree. All right, demons are on the move. Josh, why don't you talk to us about what you got going on here?
It is a critical turn. We need to do some damage this turn, or I will lose the primary game. So first thing we did was we came out with the Warlords. Just said, let's go, Terminators. We got this. The Fiend of Slanesh and Dogs came out of the building here, 14 and 12 respectively, because they're going to just try to tie up try to smack the OBSEC, and the end goal here will be the Dogs blocking off the Terminators' charge to something important. The Nurgle Demon Prince is going on a sacrificial run to either, one, attack the Devastators, or if the Flamers do enough damage, charge Tiberius and smack him off the table. The Celeste is going to take her 3 damage axe and plunge it directly into the aggressors. We have the Demon Prince of Zinch here as well, backing him up in case something goes wrong, with some spell support, and a mental interrogate on Tiberius outside of Deny. The next thing we have is the Flamers on top advanced to get a good position, and the Flamers over here just walked over. Only 3 will be able to shoot, but I am getting still my rerolls from the Prince.
Okay.
Otherwise, we are zoning out his teleporting ability from his Terminators and moving around. And then we have reserves. A Flamer unit came down here to try to burn off the Blade Guard. Corn Cats came down over here to make an 8-inch charge into the Incursors on the back to try to take his primary down a little bit. And the Demonettes were just outside of 12 of the Infiltrators to take his primary away at home. So he has to come backwards now.
Yep, because now that's sticky objective.
They will be taking 3 mortal wounds probably from the bomb, though. That's fine.
So that sounds solid. You moved up. You're pushing almost 50% table, going on an angle.
Trying to stay conservative, but kill as much as I can.
Right. So now we're going to be moving over to the psychic phase. Anything? Where we're going to start with that?
We're going to start Warp Ritual outside of his deny range.
All right. Real quick and easy psychic phase. We got mental interrogation off. So you're going to get the points for that this turn. And then what was the other power that we got back here?
Infernal Flames, I believe it's called. Either way, it's +1 to wound to the Flamer unit.
All right. So moving over to the shooting phase. Let's see who's going first.
That Flamer unit.
That Flamer unit.
It's going to target the Devastators with all of their shots.
Yep.
34 hit rolls on them to roll. On 4, since they advanced, rerolling 1s from the Prince. There's 17 at a time. Wow, I wish 6s did something.
They do. They hit.
Yeah, that's true. That's a lot of hits. No 1s to reroll, but I'm not complaining. I'm going to roll the wounds as we go.
And this is just the first round.
half.
Yeah.
And it's 2s because of a +1 to wound, and there's no transhuman possible on the firstborn. No rerolls on the 2s, but quite a few. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 -2.
Okay.
5s. This might be the...
That almost auto hit.
Yeah.
Felt like I auto hit.
You said 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll kill him.
Oh,
it's
wow. Don't even need the second one.
Okay, halfway there. Living on a prayer.
And Flamers got nerfed.
Yeah. And then we've got 3 Flamers here into the Incursors.
So we got a real big round for the Flamers here. even with the nerfs, they still heavy damage, dropping these guys, killing a guy and killing 2 guys and leaving a wound on the blade guards. And then over here, what we already saw with the flamers, we're able to just demolish the devastators over here. And the last little squad in the corner didn't quite do as much, but hey, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right?
Hey man, fire set the low on them.
Yeah. And so now we move to the charge step. Josh, where do you want to go first?
We're gonna have.
Where's your big charge? You got a big charge? You got a big charge?
Yeah, you have 1 CP.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'm gonna save that then. We're gonna start back here with an 8. Now we're gonna do the easy ones first. We're gonna do the fun one. Let's do Demon Prince to type arrows.
Okay.
Demon Prince to Nurgle.
What are you looking for that?
That's a good question. We do it live here.
I'm going to say 5, maybe?
Under 6 inches, so yeah, 5.
5. All
1,
right.
2. Well, 3 plus something. Can't see it.
There you go.
That's an 8,
8 total.
so he's going to get in there. So the Fiends are about to charge the guys back here. What are these, Incursors?
Yes.
Yeah, so they're going to charge the Incursors, and Wesley's got a neat little trick. Wesley, why don't you come over here and tell me about that?
Yeah.
We're gonna be into lunch.
So
a lot.
they have the Haywire Mine, which is now free on them. So once a unit charges them, I roll a D3 or a D6 on a 2+. They take D3 mortal wounds.
All right, let's
Get
see
it.
it out. So you need a 2+.
A 2+.
Man, I hate these things.
1.
There it is.
That's
How
30.
many damage?
It'll do 2 wounds.
Kills the 1 fiend that was hurt.
Oh man.
Simple enough.
The
Well,
charge.
that's still going to be. That
Charge
still looks a good charge.
Yep.
Josh rolls in on a 6, and that'll still be plenty for him to make that charge. Concluding the charge phase, one of Josh's really strong charges here was this corn dog unit. He declared a multi-charge between these 2 squads, mostly not really too worried about getting the corn dogs on the Terminators, but to soak up the Overwatch so that the Demon Prince could get in there unscathed and not have to worry about that on top of Power Fists. The Fiend charged in at the same time to try and bait out Overwatch using the single models that remain. And over here,
Thank God I can't.
over here we got your Demon Prince. What was his name again?
Celesk. The
Celeste.
Herald and Prince combo.
Yep, going into the aggressors, while the Fiends and Flamers come around the corner to take out the Intercessors. Going over here, back into the corner, though, the Corn Dogs that deep struck were not as successful as they were not able to pass their charge to make it into these last Incursors. So, Josh, where would you like to fight first?
Since Wesley only has 1 CP, I'm going to start on the left flank and work my way around.
Just gonna work
So we're going
around.
to start with the Fiend unit first.
All right, we'll come back after that. Fiends were able to pick up the
Good try for me.
Incursors with some of the help of the Flamers, and the Demon
I
Prince
have arrows still.
did not need any assistant to pick up the aggressors. Picked them up real easy. Moving over here into center, the one little Fiend actually did some work, taking out how many of the heavy Intercessors?
2.5.
2.5. That's
3.5.
No, the dog took the last one.
Oh, right.
Yeah, one of the hounds. One of the hounds got the last one. And then hounds did a little bit of damage to the Terminators.
1.5 Terminator as well.
1.5 over there. But now, time for the main event.
We're going to start with his little claw attack first from the Demon Prince of Corn. Hits strength 8 on the claw because of his prince. And then that's 1 at -1, 2 damage.
All right.
Good.
He passes the save.
8 attacks from Angrath, King of Blades. And 2s. So I still fail 2.
No rerolls.
Consistent. That's the third one.
Yeah.
3 of them. And strength is 9. So 2s. You have 5 at -3, damage 4.
Okay, so I need my 5 up saves. I passed 2.
Still
so
good
I'll
enough for me.
still be alive.
Alive with 1.
Alive with 1.
Nice. Sergeant or missile?
Yes.
That is the question. Because if I pull up the sergeant, I'm out of combat.
Correct.
So I'll just stay in combat with you.
Seems good. I'm going to pile in to touch base with you.
Yep.
And then he's going to punch back. So before Wesley's going to get a chance to swing back, we have one last little combat. Just a minor one. Nothing too important between 2 of the... Is that your Warlord too, by the way?
Nope, my warlord is long gone.
Your Warlord's long gone.
Mine's over there.
Okay. So just 2 characters of epic proportions. Josh, how many attacks you bringing in on this?
We have 1 claw and 6 attacks from the sword called Corruption.
And what's so special about the sword?
It ignores damage, reduction, wound caps, and feel no pains. But it's also damage 4 flat.
Awesome. So he's going to be
Start with
swinging.
that. Corruption on 2s. We hit roll 100%.
Wow.
And then strength is 8.
Use.
I would like 6 saves from you that do 4 damage.
All right, I got my 4 up invul.
Kia.
Um,
Oh.
just
Just
actually,
bonk. Yeah.
that will do it.
Yeah. He only took 16 damage. He can shake it off. So a little bit of damage coming back from the Carcharodons. We got one of the dogs was able to be taken down and a wound on the fiend. All in all, though, not too much damage in return yet. It is where we are in the demon turn. So we're going to move to morale step. Josh, what was it? What nice little tricks did you bring for this?
For 3 warp storm points, we increased the negative leadership that demons go off by an additional 1. So that way there's -2 leadership within 6 inches of all demons right now.
So these heavy intercessors are looking at what? -2 plus they lost 3, so they're looking at 5?
Yep.
Oof, that's rough. All right, Wes. Are you
On a 3 or less, you'll be fine. They will fail.
No, that's a fail.
And you ignore the attrition modifier, so you're fine on the attrition.
Okay, so one guy gets pulled.
Yep.
All right, so
Actually good for you.
Yeah, that's not bad.
finishing out your turn. What did you get for
I do have
points?
to do the leadership on the Terminator.
Oh, you do.
Yeah,
You're right.
you lost a
I
lot.
lost 4,
You're right.
and then -2 still, right?
Mhm.
So
Pass.
Good.
That's a 1. That's a
Okay.
happy 1. Okay, so now we can move to the end of phase turn
4.
scoring.
Because I get 2 to 2.
So, Josh, what did you get for your secondaries?
Reality Rebels will get me 4 because I have more or equal here, 1 within 6 of the center, and I have equal units in this table quarter, wholly within. So I get another point there for 4 points. How many units are wholly within that table quarter? Just the 1 or 2? 2, right?
for me,
Yeah, 2 units. So you'll stop me from that quarter. So just 4 points total. And then,
just 1 because this is its unit.
but it's not. It's wholly in that table quarter. It doesn't have the 6-inch rule. So you still have 2, right? Because this is part of that unit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's part of. There's only the 1 unit.
Yeah. That's
Then I equal and get 5 on Reality Rebels.
Oh, nice.
In Psychic Interrogation, I got 3, and we'll count no prisoners at the end.
Okay, and then what about Oath of Moments?
So I did fail morale here, so I don't get that one. However, I don't think I get anything for.
Yeah, I stopped you this turn because I had something in 6.
Wow, it's not often that you see a 0 on Oath of Moments. Okay, but you do have that turn with the 12 on primary, so that's pretty big because those are points that are kind of difficult to get back later on. And we're going to be going over to Wesley's turn and see what the Carcharodons can answer back. All right, so it was a good pushback that you had there. Now you really did move to center. Originally, you seemed like you had half the table going from kind of a vanguard strike for the middle, but now it looks like you got the hammer and anvil where you actually do have 50% of the table. Is there anything that you're concerned that he's going to be pushing back with?
I know I'm going to lose units here. That's why all of the Demon Princes are spread out in different places. So if he has to want to charge them, he's going to be limited in where he charges.
Right. Do you feel like there's any threats to the Demon Prince that are still on the table?
Oh, absolutely. They have an entire Eradicator squad and a unit of Terminators.
Yeah, I'm really interested.
2 Demon Princes should die here.
I'm very interested to see what the heavy Eradicators can do. Running some vehicle armies with the C-Tans, I'm very curious to see how they do.
They're assault, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason I spread out
they're
so
assault,
much, though,
okay.
is because to limit his resources, where he can strike me.
Right, yeah.
And I focused on blocking out his teleport because his teleport's so powerful.
No, yeah, you do have a really strong board. You have really strong board coverage, really strong board presence. And especially even in the sense of getting into his backfield and being able to take that objective away from him, the sticky objective. Now he's got to use some resources to go back. You know, the sticky, sticky objectives were brought in here so that we can move, Marines could move and play the game more towards the center and not have to put resources in the backfield and waste those points. But in this scenario right here, even at the sacrifice of the Demonettes, he has to go back there and retake that objective from him.
I have to pull him apart because Marines together are very strong as a Death Star.
It is, yes. And especially
he's doing a wonderful job of it.
Yeah, and he still has like a lot of resilience and a lot of defense. Like I know the demons have pushed. Demons are an aggressive army, but now it's time for these Terminators with hammers. Like you removed a couple of them quickly, but now there's a squad with hammers that are really going to make it painful on one of these 2 Demon Princes. And as you said, the heavy, what are those guys?
Eradicator,
heavy
Eradicator. Those going to hurt.
Yes, definitely. So I'm interested to see how that rolls out and how much we can get cleared out of there. If I had to pick, I think the one linchpin, what's going to be the sway of the turn is what happens with those corn dogs. I think they are really in a position where they can sway the game on the points side of things.
If he spreads out to attack the princes, the corn dogs will be left alone. Yeah.
Right. But if he can get something stray in there and gets those corn dogs out of there, it could be an interesting. It really could be interesting if those corn dogs aren't there anymore. So we'll have to see how this goes. May the dice gods be with him, and we'll be back. Talk to me, Wes. What are we trying to do here?
So I'm trying to get rid of the hounds. I'm hoping that I can just annihilate the Demon Prince. I'm going to be hitting him on 2s, wounding him on 2s, and just kind of clearing up the center of the board.
What's your damage output? What's the damage?
It's going to be 10 shots at him, D6 plus 2 for the first
D6
3.
plus 2, yeah. So you just need to get a couple through. What about these demonettes back here?
I'll deal with the Demon Prince first and then go after them afterwards.
Okay.
This is my plan. Over here, I planted I use the stratagem of Deadly Prize. So if he touches the objective, he's going to immediately take D3 mortal wounds based on the roll. On a 2-up, it goes off. On a 5, it's just flat 3 mortal wounds.
Awesome. So you put up 2 bombs on that objective.
So counting the incursors, if he charges them, that's potentially 3 bombs that can go off.
3 bombs. Nice.
I don't
Nice.
even hate that.
Yeah, 2d3 plus 3.
Terminator stayed in combat with you both the moments.
Yeah,
Just to not fall
it's
back.
better just
Yeah.
for him to die.
Yeah, really, realistically. And then what are we looking at with the corn dogs? You got the hammers there. Are those going to just clean them up? Is that the plan?
Hammers, infiltrators if need be.
He stayed in engagement, so he's just going to punch me.
Yep.
They're
Awesome.
They're going to go
Awesome.
away.
Now we did move over into the psychic phase, which
Yes.
what we got 1 power off.
I got both powers off, but both were denied.
Both
so I
were
tried to
denied.
smite the Demon Prince just to weaken him a little bit, and then
And
I
he said
tried to shadow step into his deployment
I
zone.
actually failed to die on the shadow step, but I got a 4 coin stratagem to deny, and I rolled a 4.
And he said no. All right. So we're looking to shoot. Are we? Are we now? Or are you
Yes.
going to troll me? Oh, no, you said
That's
you
it.
have your eradicators. Yes. Yes. I was like, are you going to troll me and go, yeah, shooting phase. So on to my charges. All right. So we got the heavy eradicators are going to go into this
Yes.
Demon Prince.
They are just assault eradicators.
Salt eradicators. I'm
Yep.
sorry. I keep mispronouncing that.
All right.
So how many shots we got?
So I've got 6 shots going into him within 12 inches. So these are going to be the plus 2. So I need 2. 2 is because he is a character, and I'm in the assault or tactical doctrine.
You're the party guard.
Yep. And I need 2s to wound because I'm in the tactical doctrine.
5.
So there's 5.
4 ups. Go ahead and kill him with a lot of damage. 4, so
Ooh.
2, 4, 6, 8. On the minimum, he dies.
Yep. So that's
10,
Yeah, 13,
14,
14.
Nicely done.
14 damage plus bonus.
Yeah, plus 8.
Rip them apart.
All right, so after the heavy intercessors finished off the Demon Prince, the incursors in the center were able to finish off the Fiend and put a little bit of heat onto the... Or no, they didn't shoot the Flesh Hounds all. They just finished off that Fiend, right?
Yep.
All right, and then over here we had the Flesh Dogs the cats. The Corn Cats.
Yeah, they're converted.
Took one down. Well, one of them got taken down by the incursors in the building. And we're going to move over to the charges. Oh, yeah, Fiend took a wound.
Flamer took 1 damage, yeah.
What did he get hit from?
Pistol on this guy.
Oh, that little dude's got a pistol. Oh,
Yeah, the Eradicator took out the prince.
I was wondering. I
Pistol,
heard you guys were talking about the pistol. I wasn't 100% sure where that came from. So now we're going to the charge step. Where do you want to go first?
I'll start with the infiltrators into the hounds.
All right.
You got it.
Go ahead and let you roll your dice.
So that's a 8.
Way more than you need.
Yeah.
You saw the Eradicators are able to get through the wall and get to these demonettes, while the Librarian was also able to join them on a nice large 10-inch charge.
11.
Oh, that was 11 because you're +1. That's right. That's right. It was 10 on the dice.
Yep.
In the center, these was 1-inch charges, anything but double ones on some of that stuff. They were making it in there. And over here, this last little lone blade guard tried to charge the flamers and unfortunately was met with an overwatch, and he will not be meeting the flamers today.
Even without auto hitting, we still got 8 wounds there.
Right. So we're going to be moving
Nice.
over to your actual fight phases. Where do you want to go first, Wesley?
Well, I mean, you don't have
no
anything to
CP, so
interrupt, so
no
I was just going
CP,
to do...
Just going to start moving around the table? All right.
Yep.
So finishing off end of the demon turn, we got end of the Carcharodon turn. Terminators were able to clear the center and get rid of the corn dogs, as well as the Fiend that got shot down earlier. The Corn Demon Prince, to no surprise, was able to finish off the last Terminator and start making his progression towards the middle. And over here, the just you guys just say their name.
Eradicators.
Eradicators.
Thank you.
They punched 5 off.
I was more worried about not being able to say Carcharodon, and I can't get Eradicator. But they did. They were able to get rid of 5 of the Demonettes. Demonettes turned around and actually were able to pick up another one of the Eradicators. So now we're looking at a morale. Josh?
For Demonettes, I need a 3 or less to pass. I got a 5, so we fail.
Okay.
So I have 4 left to roll.
Yep.
Yep.
Just gonna use your dice.
Yeah, go for it.
Sounds good.
Ones will fail because the. All right.
Just
I'll
lose
2
one more.
models.
Down to 3.
1 and then 1.
Awesome. So we're moving to the end of
End of
your
morale. I'm going to blow up the bomb.
hole. Now that does damage to you too, doesn't it?
Yep. It doesn't go off, actually.
Oh, it doesn't go off.
Nope.
Oh no.
That would have
Oh,
been clutch.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that was the
no.
goal.
The little Sharky bomb is not
Nicely
there.
Yep.
done.
Oh no.
It doesn't go off at all. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Rough time.
that's painful.
That'll keep me at 3, which will hold more.
So for the end of the Carcharodon turn, is there any? You do not get behind enemy lines,
Nope, not this time.
but you did get the
Corrupted
mission
ground.
primary, corrupted grounds.
I also killed a character this turn. So I do get 1 for oath on that.
Got it.
Got one for that.
All right.
Oh, okay. But you might score more points on oath as we end out the turn. For primaries, you did have you had 8 at the beginning of the turn.
Nope.
You scored an 8 on primary for the turn.
Yes, I scored 8.
And now, Josh, you're going to get. You got your 12
because the bomb didn't go off.
because the bomb didn't go off, and you have objectives secured back here. Hoo. That's vicious. All right, Josh, go ahead and start your movement phase, and we'll come back to you shortly. So you were able to get the center cleared out with those corn dogs there, and that's pretty crucial. I mean, they can get to a lot of different objectives real fast. And the Demon Prince that was hanging out back here, he's gone now too, but we still have this one Demon Prince looming on the outside. How are you feeling about that?
Well, I mean, he's down to half wounds, it looks like. So I'm hoping he just picks one thing up and I'm able to take him out afterwards.
I think that's a pretty good reasonable odds. Looks like Josh is moving the flamers though up onto you. That could be rough. Even with the nerfs, they still do a lot of damage.
Yes. I mean, I think they've pretty much cleared out more things than really anything else in his army at this point.
Right. They've had a lot of very successful shooting phases, but you are getting to a point that you're slowing them down. Once if that Demon Prince drops, then some of his other Demon Princes, like, yeah, they have some movement, they have some momentum, but that's going to be a lot of feet, a lot of walking. So I really think a lot of it does come down to where that Demon Prince drops from. So hope be with you that he doesn't take out that many Terminators before you get there.
I'm going to do something interesting right now.
All right, so let's let Josh finish out his movement phase, and we can come back.
Yep.
Oh, what's up?
I'm going to, instead of moving this model, I'm going to spend 1 CP. And it's 2 CP. Never mind.
Nope.
I can't. Never mind. That's a
All right.
4 inch advance. That's 2 CP. I can teleport him around.
We're going to let you finish off your movement phase and come back. All right, so Josh finished up his movement phase. Here you get very, very aggressive.
Smite over there.
Bring these flamers. They were in the building coming out here to try and answer the center. So we got 2 squads of flamers pushed on center and 3 Demon Princes moving up. Fiends are moving out there too. Looks like probably to be the unit to hold that objective after he clears it. As a Grey Knight player, I'm always rooting for the guys that are the Terminators wielding hammers, but
targeted smite.
This isn't looking too good. That Demon Prince has been on a warpath right now, so we'll have to see what happens. Josh is rolling out some of his damage for his psychic phase, and he's finished with it. Anything good?
Smited once, perils to once, and finished my phase.
Nice. So damage to them, damage to you, and
2 to them, 3 to me.
Now it looks like we're going to be getting to the shooting.
Yep.
So who is going to shoot first?
Those 5 flamers are going to shoot the Terminators first.
First 5 in the back are shooting at the Terminators.
4.
4 is out of range.
Yep.
All right, so we're looking at, this is what we're talking about over here. These 2 squads of flamers, so the one in the back, behind the Corn Lord, is going to shoot at the Terminators first. Okay, so this is your first set of hits?
Yeah.
You need 3s?
3s rolling 1s because the Prince is right there.
All right.
Maybe it'll come into play.
This is one set. You're going to be doing a
I have another
set
set after this. 3 rolling 1s. We got 1 miss and some 2s.
There you go.
And then we'll roll the wound as we go. Swing 5 because it's faster that way.
Yes, exactly.
3s, no rerolls.
That is still a good amount. 2, 4,
8 on the first volley. And then I'll roll one less dice this time to make the 29. Hit roll. Ones,
And one right
two's
here.
out. Two's out.
2 ones over
One's
there.
a reroll. Very nice. 8 plus.
Threes again.
Yep.
There's 3 2s.
7 more, so 15 saves.
Okay.
A lot of them are really good saves, though.
All right.
twos
So
and stuff.
15.
Yep. You ready? The first set. So that's the first 6.
Nice.
Back here. You want me to reroll it, or
Okay.
You pick.
I can take it? Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Your choice.
You took one of them
Yep,
so far,
took
so you've
one.
taken 1 damage on one guy.
So far, yes. And I've got 6 more to do.
And the AP is a 2, right?
Yeah, but he's a storm shield with cover.
Gotcha. Oh, so he's still on a 2?
Yeah,
Huh,
with
nice.
a couple of guys.
So one guy takes 2 wounds.
Nice. Yeah.
All right. And now you're moving on to the next squad of flamers, probably?
If I'm within 6 inches. Yep. Flamer's next. Three's the hit.
37 shots. Here's
No
first
rerolls.
half-ish. Because it's 37.
20 and then 17 afterwards.
Right.
Yeah. So pull these 3 dice out.
No rerolls this time? you
No
said?
rerolls this time. We're gonna be winning on 3s though. And no rerolls there either. Real good, bro.
Okay.
5 in the first.
Okay.
And then the next half to hit. I took the dice out already.
Yeah, so.
Nice hit roll. Pretty good.
And now 3s
3s
again.
again, yep. Bye. A little more this time.
There you go.
Quite
Yep.
a lot more. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 15 more. So
15.
20 total.
20 wounds on the incursors.
At -2 with any on cover.
Doesn't look here. Nope, none of them are in cover.
All right.
All right, you said 20?
Yep.
So we're looking at just 5-ups.
Oh, you're 17.
Okay.
You can do 17. I'll do 17.
Fair.
Fair,
Yeah.
fair.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's
Yeah.
going to be the squad. So Flamers pick up.
Without
another
Armor of
kill.
Contempt, Flamers are even stronger in my opinion, but they hit little less.
Right. So a little wrap up from the shooting phase. We lost 1 Terminator in the squad after the first round of Flamers.
Nope.
Or no,
just took
I'm
one
sorry.
down
We
to
lost
1.
1 wound in the Terminator squad.
One had a wound already.
Oh,
Okay. I thought so. I thought there was 1.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So there you
I
go.
lost one and then-
Incursors got hit pretty hard though from the
Forgot that
Flamers.
Intercessors
There's
there,
only
nice.
1 guy left in there right now. Moving over into this corner over here. The Hounds were able to pick up a dude that had damage on
By
him
barking at
after
them.
the first wave. Yep. And also one thing I didn't make note of in the movement phase, the Daemonettes broke off and fell back and moved up over on the objective marker, so they were not in combat anymore. Looks like we're getting to the charge phase. Josh, who do you want to charge with first?
Let's make it the big spectacular one first. Into both.
All right, anything but?
That's a 3.
That's a 3.
Oh, I got a
you're
measurement
still
for
good
that.
For the 3.
Yeah, within 4.
Yep. All right.
So we'll bring them in.
Cool. So after the Khorne Demon Prince made the charge in here, the Flamers also joined him, trying to pick off that last Intercessor so that he could just put all his attacks right into the Terminators. Unfortunately, Celeste did not make her charge, and the Fiends failed their charge as well. But old Reliable back here with the Corn Dogs were able to make that 1-inch charge, staying off the objective to not get bombed. But unfortunately, Wes's Haywire Mind failed to hit home. So those dogs, it's going to be all 4 of those dogs that are going to hit hard. So where are we going to first, Josh?
Start with the dog since he has nothing to
Starting
interact
with the dogs. All right, we're going to let Josh roll these out. We're going to come back over to the Demon Princes and the Terminators, see how these go. So the dogs were able to clear out the Incursors. The 2 damage on the charge is just too much for the
15 points each.
too much for those. That was I'm sorry, the Intercessors. That was Intercessors back there, or was that Incursors?
Incursors.
That was
Yeah.
Incursors back
Forward
there.
deploying
Okay.
Marines.
Gotcha. And then over here, though, the Fiends picked up that Incursor just like he was hoping.
Yeah, the Flamers he had rolled 3 1s on the saves, so he died barely.
Ouch. And now all that's left is the Demon Prince on the Terminator. So go
Choose
ahead.
to hit. Look at me. I'm consistently rolling 3 or more 1s.
And then
And at this point in the game, yeah, we'll just keep it.
3 to 1.
2's a wound, strength
2's
9.
wound.
You've only got 3 saves.
3 saves going straight to the
I think my
infall.
prince is going to take a death here, yeah.
All right.
4 up.
Yep, 4 ups. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Here's a
wow,
claw.
all 3 saved.
Claw hit, 2's a wound. Claw wound, -1.
Good.
Yeah, that's not good, bros.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Le banque.
Guys, it's hammer time.
So I need 3s because he is a character. Once again,
And what's giving you that?
the
mean-
tactical doctrine.
Nice.
Super doctrine.
So, 2 because 6s explode, so there's 2 additional hits. And then I need 2s to wound because I get +1 to wound him. So there is 6 wounds there.
Uh-oh.
5s or dies. Needs to make all.
Fails 3.
It's if he had passed all but 2, I would have CP rerolled 1 to keep him alive, but he is going to take 9 and die.
Oh, man.
Doesn't explode.
Oh, man. So after the Corn Lord bit the dust on the hammers got it crushing. Love it. Love to see it. Well, love to see it if you're not playing demons. They will lose the objective to the flamers. No, it's contested up there because there's 3 models on it. And then we move to end of turn scoring. Josh, what do we got for you?
4 in reality rebels.
4 on reality rolls.
That's
and none of your
And
other
then
ones?
2 of the tertiary.
2 for the tertiary. Okay, awesome. And then did we get any Oath of Moment points?
I got
No morale failed.
no morale failed, and I did kill a character in both my phase and
So that's 2 points.
so that should be 1. I think I maxed out at 1.
I mean, that's 3 total for this round.
It should be 2 total for this round. I don't hold these guys.
You didn't fall back, so that's 1.
Yep, killed a character. So
Character.
that's 1.
And then, okay, that's it. And then
All
the
right.
morale and fallback is the same? Okay.
All right, let's move over to the Carcharodons response. Now with the Terminators clearing that Demon Prince off center, could be interesting. All right, well, Wesley makes his move. Lost the Demon Prince in center. How does that feel?
Zinch is fickle in his ways. Corn can be mad at him.
But how does it make you feel in that the Terminators are still there with 3 guys left, and it's like he's going Demon Prince hunting.
He is going to hunt what he wants to hunt. Yeah, it's going to hurt.
But you still have a lot. You still
For
have
scoring
a
wise,
huge
though,
amount
I'm
of
in the
directions.
best spot I could be. Yeah.
I agree with that. Now, can he teleport anymore?
No, I mean, it's back there, so maybe.
But at that point, it's what
He's
is he
exposing his
teleporting?
character then.
Yes. And the Corn Dogs are in a position to be able to take this objective, but you didn't move up onto it yet.
There's too many bombs on it.
Too many bombs. So, well, it looks like that's all we're waiting on. Wesley, you you're finished with your movement?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, so ending the turn, you just moved up on this objective, planting a bomb there again, I'm assuming?
I can't because I don't control the objective yet.
Okay, so you have to kill first and then do it. Oh, yeah, it's right there. It's right there. We still got our buddies, the Demonettes, hanging out there.
Yeah.
And the Terminators are making an aggressive push at Celeste.
Yep, Celeste is going down.
All right. Well, psychic phase.
Yep. Which do I get a command point? I do not.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I-
let you do your psychic phase. One thing to note at the end of command phase, these dogs did not get up on this objective over here, so the sticky actually played in to still be able to give Wes 4 points on the primary, otherwise it would have been 0. Into the psychic, the librarian casted smite, killed all 3 of the demonettes on it, and then decided to get out of dodge and teleport over here in the back corner, try and see if he can't clear out some of these demonettes to maybe slow down Josh's scoring. It looks like we're just going over the shooting. What do you got for us?
Well, I was going to take a pistol shot at him,
Got
but no, because you'll pull the 1 and.
It'll also
Yeah.
be equal distance these 2. You're
Oh,
fine.
well then, yeah, definitely.
Take it.
Yeah, hits, wounds.
4?
Yep,
4.
4.
Saved.
All right. So shooting phase done.
Yes.
Fun.
All right. It looks like we're gonna get some charges. Why don't we see this
The
librarian
librarian one first.
Absolutely.
right over here? Librarian.
With
we
a
need an
CP or
8.
none?
No CP.
Okay.
We need an 8 because you get
Mhm.
+1.
Yes.
All right.
Let's do it.
Go over the box.
That is a 7.
Oh. And no CP for the reroll.
Nope.
So he will not be in there this combat. So the only successful charge for this turn is right over here into Celeste with the Terminators. So let's see what you get here.
You hit on 4s here?
3s.
I'll spend my 1
Um,
CP to no, I'm not
Make
gonna
it 4s.
Nah, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
That would be salt on the wound.
So I get 2 extras.
All right. You're looking for
So
threes. Twos because you charge. Right.
2s because I get +1 to wound.
Oh, okay.
So
you
that
just all the time?
is- Yep.
Nice.
6.
5s.
Oh,
wow. Damage?
3-piece.
Down to 2.
Ooh, she makes it through. All right,
Trust the
Josh,
dice.
your response is back.
Big smacks from Celeste. 8 attacks with the axe. No rerolls. And strength 7.
Yep.
Wow,
Nice.
6
Yeah.
at -3, damage 3.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Danger.
course.
Danger.
That'll kill 2.
Yeah.
But I'll stay alive.
Her whip on the top.
Maybe.
6 attacks. Strength 4. It's 2s. And then it's strength 4.
Mhm.
Just 3, -1, damage 1.
2 ups. Yep,
All right.
Sergeant's good.
So finishing off the Carcharodon turn, we got the Terminators dropped him down to 2 wounds. The Acellus down to 2 wounds, while losing 2 of their guys themselves, but that Terminator still is at full wounds. The Librarian did fail to charge, but you know he's back there for next turn. And I think that's about it. No morale, nothing needed in there. What do we score for the Carcharodons?
Still has this one you get.
Yeah, so I got an additional 2 points for behind enemy lines.
Right, because
Um,
Librarian.
Yep, I did not kill a character, so I don't get anything for Oath yet. I think that's it for...
And then the mission primary, you do not control.
It's 2 because he still controls this one.
Oh, because of sticky objectives. Yeah, this objective marker is still controlled because of sticky. All right. Josh, going into your movement phase.
Yep. And to mention primaries as well, because I held this one last turn, I actually got 4. Forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
So, Josh, while Josh makes a movement phase, it'll probably be pretty quick. Terminator, so close to taking out Celeste. I was hoping to see it. I really wanted to see that them take it out, still stand there with 3 guys, and make the question of what could go on here then, because then you'd put him at 1 Demon Prince left. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. Now that Terminator's left by himself. Librarian in the back corner. How are you feeling going into this turn?
Well, at this point, it's just trying to get as many points as I possibly can. Throwing the Librarian back there, I think, is the best move. Even if he's just kind of sitting there,
I agree.
he might be a little bit... he might be able to make it if, like, depending on how
I think it's going to be hard for him to really dedicate any real damage that can just remove him. I mean, the Demonettes could do it, but then that pulls him off the objective.
Yep.
And he's not a Marine, so he doesn't have the sticky objectives. So I'm not really sure where his space is on that, where he's thinking about how he's going to score points into it. But it doesn't seem very likely that they're going to stay off there. So, all right. So moving at the end of Josh's movement phase, looks like he's securing some better positions on the objectives. Demonettes did stay back there, as we kind of predicted.
Yeah.
And the Hounds over here did move up onto the objective. Nope. Still staying off the objective. Not triggering the bombs.
Nope.
Not triggering the bombs.
I'm also doing what Wesley's doing and just going for as many points as I can. I'm going to attempt to not kill him for the next turn and just interrogate him twice.
Which is risky, but I get it. And did you get a 12 on primary?
I did.
Ooh, that's pretty rough. All right, so you're looking for a psychic interrogation.
Here it is. I don't know where that went, so let's roll it again. 4 + 2 is a 6.
And I'll try to deny it.
All right.
So an 8.
Got it. It's not my interrogate this turn.
All right. Finishing off the shooting phase, the Flamers were easily able to pick up that last Terminator over here. And that is actually going to be it for the turn. Josh, what do we get for points for you?
300 rebels to finish it at 15 on the 4th turn already. And psychic interrogation was denied, so we're just going to counter no prisoners at the end. If I can finish off those next turn, I'll get 15 on that.
Okay. So now we're going to move over into Carcharodon turn. Okay, so Mr. Librarian back here is going to start casting smites.
Yep. Goes off on a 12, so I'll perils. But I'll take it.
I can't stop it.
Yep. So on to myself. I'll take 3.
Okay.
So he's down to 2 wounds. And then on the Demonettes, you'll take 6.
Hold on.
Well, that puts me in a bad position.
That was fun.
That was.
All right, so
Turn done?
Turn done.
hold on, wait. I want to throw this out there for that because of that factor. You still have a psychic power. Cast your jump power on you. Still land 9 inches away and be on the objective.
That
That is true.
very true. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Don't
Sorry.
perils again. Please don't perils again. Okay.
That's 10.
No, that is a 10.
So, yeah.
I didn't deny it.
That is not a 10. Okay, so now you can put yourself 9 inches on that objective.
You're on it.
Yeah.
And that's-
I'll get you 4 primary
And that's going to finish out the turn.
for 5th turn.
All right, so
What did
then
you get last
Oath.
With Oath, so I didn't kill a character, but I didn't fail a morale, so I'm going to get 1.
You have 1
Yeah.
last turn.
Okay, and then this turn for Oath,
Control
you haven't fallen back.
Control 2.
That's the only thing you haven't done so far is haven't fallen back.
Or fail morale.
All right. So
And
then,
then 1, 2, 3, 4 on your primary on the tertiary you get.
all right. So moving over to the end of the movement phase as
I'm
well
just
as
gonna
the
try to
psychic phase. Josh is surrounding these guys over here. The assault and curse. Oh my gosh, what are they?
Eradicators.
Assault. I'm gonna get it eventually. But they're in some trouble. There's everything coming in them. As far as the rest of the board goes, Josh has got flamers on every single objective and fiends and characters. And this librarian back here has got a demon prince in the corner. So there is some rough stuff going on. Josh, you were able to, your psychic phase, you passed interrogate.
And he rolled a 9 and a 9. So I'll get a total of 6 this game.
All right. And now you are finishing up your psychic phase?
Just shooting.
You're into shooting. So it's going to be the flamers.
Doesn't matter.
All right. We'll come
So
back
we'll
after
do
the
this. Bark.
All right. We'll come back after the results.
You win?
End of the shooting phase. There is 1 Marine left on this objective. Josh is going to pull an
Demons are
all-out
closing in.
charge over there, as well as the Demon Prince back here in the corner. He's going to charge into this librarian and try and beat him up.
Yep.
Yeah, figures as much. And then everything over here is going to probably get charged in just to throw sheer weight of dice to make it happen. Everyone made it into combat, and for that, the last of the Marines in this backfield are gone. So that's going to be Josh's objective now. As the Demon Prince over here, how many wounds what do we get?
4 went through and he didn't save them. So
Oh.
that'll deal 16 damage.
And that's the librarian. That's the end of it. Give us a second and we'll come back with the final score. All right, guys, final score. Demons 91, Carcharodons 79. Really, really tight game. Kind of it didn't really seem like it sweeped until the very end, until the center got broken, when the Terminators were actually getting cleared out of there. So first, Wes, how did you feel? What was your MVP unit? Who really kind of kept you in there and kept you moving through the game?
That's actually a hard question. There's a bunch of units, like the Eradicators didn't do anything the first part of the game, and then at the end, they were the major thing that started chain of killing demon princes going forward.
Right. It seemed like that the Terminators with the hammers they had a really good game.
Yeah.
Picking up until they got to Celeste, and then they kind of got walled there too.
A little bit. But I, as always, I really like that 10-man Terminator squad, that push that really kind of like keeps him in the
That
backfield.
early hit, yes.
So
So go ahead.
yeah, that's kind of how I like to play this army, is just to kind of try and lock my opponent into that backfield and then just kind of run around and score all the secondaries that I need to in the very beginning.
Looking back at it, is there anything that you think you could change that might have given you a better outcome?
Better dice rolls.
Better dice rolls is always good. I mean, when all else fails, roll more 6s, right?
Exactly. My psychic phase was pretty abysmal. Every time I tried to cast the Shadow Step to try and teleport like some of my characters across the board to kind of benefit, especially like Tiberos in the very beginning, couldn't get him to get the Strength 5 Terminators hitting those fiends, which probably would have shifted how many of them died.
Do you feel like behind enemy lines might have hurt you a little bit too, like trying to push in there, and maybe if you take a secondary that allowed you to force the demons to have to open up, might have given you more points?
That I'm not 100% sure on. I've always liked behind enemy lines, just because again it puts that focus on keeping my opponent
Me too. I love that one.
into the backfield. Because even if it's not even if I'm not scoring a whole lot, I'm still keeping them pushed into the back, so they're not scoring as much.
Right.
So,
And sometimes people then start to forget about that stuff, and then they find that they get cleared out of the deployment zone, and next thing you know, they look at the score and go, "Oh wow, it's turn 4, and I'm down 40 points."
Exactly. A little bit of psychological warfare with that objective, I think.
Awesome. Well, Wes, again, great game. Thank you. Beautiful army as always.
Yeah, seriously.
Appreciate it.
Over here to the man, the myth, the legend, the big W coming out of here, Josh Minnick.
Thank you.
Good high score, over 90 points.
I think I'm going to relate the win and because of the deployment and playing Raven Guard in 8th edition let me know what he was going to do a little bit. That's pretty much the only thing that saved me from getting destroyed early on, I think. I think if I would have deployed it as an aggressive player, I think I would have been really trashed.
So how did it feel? What was going through your mind when he got the first turn and was able to hit you with those Terminators that early?
Because it was expected, I was like, okay, it's fine. Don't look at it. It's fine. Just ignore it. It's going to go away soon.
Yeah, you were really braced in there for the Fiends. You were ready to lose the Fiends, and you didn't even lose the Fiends fully, and still had single models to be able to play off objectives later into the game.
I used them to throw away for charges and whatnot later, and it helped a lot. The Fiends are actually on the other side of the table again.
Right. They made it. I'll take one all the way across the board. So this is a list that you said you're starting to work on and get it prepped to take to GTs. After this game with the new Marines, is there anything that you feel you might change with it, even into the play?
Similesk is fun and a flex slot still. It's just so I could have the 4th Demon Prince, one of each god, really. But it actually worked out because of the heavy amount of slash in the list. MVPs, Flamers are still statistically the strongest unit.
Oh, they were
but that
everything.
Prince of Khorne was very fun.
Oh, he was. He was
killed
definitely
about 9 Terminators himself. He was doing good. Overall, though, Wes played a really good game, kept me caged in a while. I think the biggest turning point that I saw was when I spread out so much and made him string out, I was able to start surgically removing units at that point.
Yeah, once you covered the board and once you had that 50%, you never gave it up.
Even being used to Raven Guard still, Wes, that still scares me. It's still good.
Awesome. Well, Josh, thanks for being on stream or on video. A couple things. If you guys like this table, please get in contact with Sam Dayton at the Shop Game Shop. You can find him on the Facebook page. They print, make, and get all of these custom tables out there, and they can talk to you about pricing and everything else. As well, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do. Click that bell for notifications. See more content like this. And we'll be putting out more battle reports for you again real soon. Gentlemen, thank you again.
Yeah.
And you guys have a wonderful day.
Smash that like button.